welcome back. So in today's video we're going to be discussing blending with spirit. Spring is definitely here, so I thought I'd bring this one outside today. Very fortunate that I have Epping Forest as my back garden, so some B-roll in this one today. So we're going to talk about the blending and where I think a lot of people or teaching has got it wrong. You'll see a lot of people say, oh, if you ever get that belly flip and it's not there, then it's time to give up, your ego's taken over. And I think that's something we need to look at. I think that's been taught for many years, but I actually think there's a little bit of a misunderstanding there, and the more I look at it, the more it sort of resonates with me. So let's see what you think. I actually believe that this is an amazing tree, ain't it? It's like all down. I'll show you in a minute. Obviously falling in a storm or something. But I actually think the belly flip, the nerves that we have before we do circle, before we do workshops or residentials, or if you're out there doing the platform mediumship, I think what we have the misunderstanding is that we're about to feel sick, or the nerves are really turning my belly, and it just seems to be the bigger the dem, the bigger the flips, and it's a massive feat to get up in circle. It's a massive thing to talk about the spirit world with just a few people, let alone like an audience of hundreds of people, and that seems to get worse the bigger the congregation, the bigger the audience as such, the bigger the flip. And I don't think it's nerves. I've looked at this now, and I don't know, where are we in the year now? We're in nearly April, aren't we? So I'm going to be like approaching like 50 dems or something this year, and I've been looking at this for quite some time now, and I think what's happening is that's the power of the spirit coming in. And I think that the bigger the audience, it means there's a bigger connection to the spirit world as such. If you've got 100 people, then you've got 100 people's loved ones that join you in that room, in that moment. And therefore, that power is almost sickening. It's like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. I think that is the blending. I think that is when the spirit world are joining you for your evening. You're about to demonstrate mediumship. Now, that may be just your circle, maybe your circle leader has asked you up to the front, and there's maybe 6 of you in the room. It's still there, it's still present, but then when there's 100 people in front of you, it's just amplified so much more. So I think we need to maybe look at that in our own mediumship, just to see how it goes. The light's blowing out now, so let me just slightly adjust that. I think that's a little bit better. So I think it's something we need to look at. Is it nerves? I don't think it is. I think it's that connection as our mind, our intent moves towards the spirit world. And what I mean is like, oh no, I've got to get up. Oh no, it's my turn next. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? And it should be a little bit better. What am I going to say? What if the spirit world aren't there? What if it doesn't work for me? And we all know, of course, it's going to work for you. But the intent is the gear shift. It's that I move my mind to the spirit world, and then with it comes that belly flip. So I don't think it is about ego. I don't think it is about you know, if it's not there, don't get up. I think that is correct, because if it ain't there, then you're not connected to the spirit world at all. So I'm sure I've met some big name mediums along my journey, and all of them are very sickly before they go into a dem, or they're about to work their mediumship. They all get this, and I think we're maybe looking at it slightly wrong. So let's have a little bit more of a look around these woods. Don't we live in a beautiful part of the world? You forget, don't you, how beautiful it is here in the UK. So I think sometimes we need to find the balance. You know, some of us we get caught up in the magic, you know, and they end up off down the routes of the fairies and the delusional. And I think if you try to get your blending technique right, the magic will always be there. You just won't have to speak about it all the time. You know, it's your mind is disciplined, your mind goes to the right place, and therefore the attunement and the blending become very natural. My mind moves there, and immediately it's there. Now there are days where I like to escape to places like this. It is absolutely stunning, and spring has definitely sprung here in the UK. So it is a wonderful time, and a time to reflect, and a time to move forward. But the moment my mind then goes back to the spirit world, like I'm working later, I need to get this right, I need to deliver correctly, that blending technique takes place. I think a lot of you are getting caught up in the mechanics of it, and you know, I don't help that scenario sometimes, because I'm trying to give you the walk around where you're analysing absolutely everything. Am I in the right place? Why can't I hear the sound? Why can't I see the picture? Why can't I? And as I say to everyone new to my style of mediumship, is like, some stories are best told with a sound. Some stories are best told with a visual. You know, like if I just played the audio to this beautiful place that I'm at right now, all you would hear is the birds. All you would hear maybe the odd rustle of a squirrel or a bumblebee floating around. But then I offer you the visual aspect, and if I cut the audio there, you would know where I am. You can see everything that's going on. You almost add your own audio to it. So I think there's times where we're overlooking it. Sometimes when we get too caught up in the magic. I think the purpose of today's video is one where it's just natural. Just go with it, flow with it, let them tell their story in their way, with the senses that we have to offer them. If you keep saying I can't hear, or I can't see, or I don't do that, then you'll never do it. So I think leave it open for the potential of what could be, the potential. Mediumship's limited to your imagination. If you can think it, then it can happen. Something to think about, eh? So I said there was something to think about. Let's get that adjusted. You also have to remember that in that blending technique, doubt will sever that connection you have to the spirit world, and all of us go through that problem of doubt. Am I getting it right? Am I presenting it right? Am I asking the right questions, if any questions at all? So doubt is going to be one of the biggest things that needs to be dealt with when we're trying to perfect the technique of blending and attunement. So no doubt I'll do another video on doubt soon. But yeah, it's one of those positive mindsets. You see that all over YouTube, don't you? Positivity and the way that we think. And mediumship is no different. Give it the right ingredients, present the right mixing bowl, and you should produce the perfect cake. But much easier said than done, eh? Much easier said than done. So a little bit more B-roll, and then I will summarise and cap this video off. Speak soon. This makes me want to go fishing more than anything in the world right now. This is a local water near me. So to sign this video off anyway, it's all about your faith, your trust. This is the relationship that you're building with the spirit world. And it's a time to put it into action. It's a time for you to start believing it, start getting into it, start knowing that you're getting it right, and know that the spirit world will never let you down. And in that very process, your blended technique will change instantly. So many of you have commented lately about your circles and the way that you're working now since you've been watching the videos. That's great, keep that up and keep posting your comments. But give it a try. Stop thinking so much mechanically or about the magic that comes with it. Have a knowledge. The spirit world is about the knowledge. And know that they're there, know that they want to talk to their loved one, and in that process you will make a much better communication. So let me know how you get on. I'm signing off from this video now, and I will see you all early next week. So enjoy your weekend.